Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie Nivinskus with SizzleForce Marketing, and I hope you can hear me. I know it takes a little while for people to jump on board these Facebook Lives, so I'm going to sit here for just a minute and wait to see who can jump on with me. But while I'm waiting, I will tell you guys, today's topic is 3 ways you can make more money and get noticed on Facebook without spending a penny. Sounds fun, right? There's so many hacks that can help you do this, but I am going to share some of my favorites with you right now. And some of these are tried, true, and tested. They've been around for a while, and some of them are pretty new, and we're just seeing some great results from them. So, I think I'm back. Trista's here. Hi, Trista. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've seen you. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you tell me if you can hear me, Trista? Okay. What I was saying is it's about 4,000 degrees here. So if you see a little bit of a sparkle on my forehead, bear with me. It's sparkles, not sweat, okay? Because that's just the kind of girl I am. I sparkle, I don't sweat. I'm sure you're all the same. So anyways, Trista, I'm glad you're here, and I am looking forward to who else is going to join us. But you guys need to have ways to make more money on Facebook without spending more money, right? I know you do, because we all do, right? I mean, we have an ad budget set aside to do certain things. However, we need a way to make money that doesn't always cost us money up front, right? Wouldn't that be fun? Well, here's the good news. It can be done. So why don't I just dive in? I love you too, Trista. Thank you for telling me you can hear me, because I really had no idea. So, all right, let's just jump in here, and I'm just going to share. I actually have some notes. I wrote notes because I wanted to prepare for this live with you guys, and I'm old and I'm forgetful, and so if I try and do this by memory, forget it. So let's jump in with the first tip. Okay, so you should have a Facebook shop. Now, I don't care if you sell a product or you sell a service or you sell a little bit of both. Everybody needs a Facebook shop. Now, if you haven't heard about the Facebook shop, this is fairly new. It's not brand new, but it's fairly new. If you look at my page that you're on right now, if you look at the SizzleForce page, you will see that I do have a shop on it. And I have a whole bunch of different services that I offer listed on this shop. Now, I don't physically have a product at this point that I'm selling. So for me, my first thought, honestly, when I first started looking at this, I was like, well, I don't actually have a physical product, so can I do this? Should I do this? And then I decided, well, why wouldn't I do this? I'd be crazy not to do this. So I created my Facebook shop. And if you take a look at mine, there's a lot of people that are doing this really well, but I think I'm doing all right with it. If you take a look at mine, you will see, I think I have 9 or 10 products, which are really services listed in my shop. Hi, Lori Beltran, glad to have you here. So we're talking about Facebook shops, Lori, in case you just jumped on. And this is a way for you to start making money on Facebook without spending any money. So anyhow, you go ahead and you can create this Facebook shop. It's actually not difficult at all. It just is time consuming, right? Just like a lot of this Facebook stuff doesn't necessarily require a degree in neurology, right? You don't need to get your doctorate in something. You just have to have the time and the patience to deal with it. So creating your Facebook shop is really not difficult. I'm not going to get into all the semantics of how it's done on this video. I'm just telling you guys you need to do it. Okay, when you're creating your images, make sure that the images that accompany the products in your shop are totally on brand. Make sure your language is the same type of language you use in all of your other marketing materials. Make sure that the images are the same colors, same font style, same overall look and feel as everything else that you're doing, so it looks super consistent. Okay, here's why the Facebook shop rocks. This is how you make money while you sleep. Who likes that idea? I know you do. I know I do. So when you have a Facebook shop set up on your page, people can shop on it any time of day, any time of night. Now you might think, well, I could get that on my website. Well, yes, you could. However, if we're talking about the company Facebook now, let's pretend for one quick second that I'm Mark Zuckerberg, but I'm cuter, right? Okay, so if I'm Mark Zuckerberg and I own Facebook, what is my number one goal? Well, it is to keep you guys on Facebook as long as possible, because the longer I keep you on Facebook, the more I can let you see all of the ads that I'm charging out the wazoo for, right? All right, so a Facebook shop, now I'm Stephanie, I'm no longer Mark, Stephanie, put my Facebook shop up, and instead of posting something that says, hey, come to my website and buy what I sell, I post something that says, hey, I've got this Facebook shop, take a look. Or I don't post anything at all. It just, people automatically see it because it's right there on the page. Well, Facebook is going to reward that, right? Because I am no longer sending people off of Facebook. I'm keeping people on Facebook. So Facebook likes me better. Therefore, I get more visibility, right? It's all beautiful. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you sell a product or a service. You should have a Facebook shop. Here's another thing. For those of you guys that are in the process of writing a book or creating a product, whether it's a digital product or a physical, tangible product, it doesn't make any difference. You can pre-sell it in your Facebook shop. Okay? This is so fun. Okay? It's cool. It's fun, right? So here's what you do. You set up a new product in your shop, and then once the product is up, you say this is pre-sale. This book is going to go, it's going to be published in December or whatever it is, right? Or you can say this digital product or program that I'm about to launch is going to be ready on this date, or even this physical product if you have that, right? Now, you offer people an incentive for getting it at the pre-sale price, because they have to wait, right? So you need to give them a little bit of something to chew on and be happy about and be willing to wait. It's kind of like those like Kickstarter type things, right? If you're one of the first people to fund it, you have to wait to get it, but you get a screaming deal and all kinds of bonuses. Think of it the same sort of way, right? You want to give them an incentive to be willing to buy now and then get it later. Okay. So you can pre-sell your products. You don't have to wait until you have all this stuff done. Because one of the biggest things that prevents people from making money on Facebook right now is the fact that they think they have to have the product ready to go right now. And you don't. Okay? Got it? You don't. Take advantage of it now. You can start making money today. Would you like to make money today? I bet you would. I hope you would, right? Okay. So here's another super cool thing about these Facebook shops. You can actually tag the products in your shop to your post. So again, Facebook loves this because you're keeping people on Facebook. So when you post, instead of it saying, oh, buy such and such, look at my shop, or buy such and such, go to my website, you can actually use the @ symbol like you do for any other tagging, and you can physically tag a product in your shop. So if you've got one specific product, like let's say you've got several products that you sell, and you've got one specific product that you are trying to promote, you can use that @ symbol, grab that actual link for that specific product, and boom, there you go. When you're talking about it, and it doesn't matter if you're doing like a written post where you're talking about it, or if you're doing a video, right? If you're doing a video, it's even more powerful. And with video, of course, you can also caption it, which is super cool. Okay, now this is great. A plane has decided to fly over my head right now. So if you hear the plane, I'm sorry. I live really close to Miramar, like Top Gun, Miramar. I like to, I don't know, what can I say? I'm almost 45, you guys. My life revolves around Tom Cruise and Top Gun still, even though that was like 30 years ago. I'm giving away my age. Okay, so that's one thing that you guys can do, right? Set up that Facebook shop. Do it today. There is no reason for you to wait until tomorrow to make money on Facebook. Do it today. It's easy and it's fun and it makes you money while you sleep, and I don't know why you would wait. So go ahead and do that. If you want to see an example of one that I think is fairly well done, you can look at mine. Now again, it's not rocket science to figure out how to do this. It's time. If you don't have the time and you're simply not going to be able to find the time, what you can do instead is you can hire someone else to do it. This is one of the products that we offer at SizzleForce Marketing. So if you want us to create your shop for you, just holler, we'll take care of it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Getting reviews. You guys all know we're in the age of social proof, right? You guys know that social proof, what people look online to see what other people are saying online. Now, it doesn't matter if you're putting something on Yelp or what is it? Is it Angie's List? I think Angie's List is the one for contractors, I believe. Any of these review sites, people look at these things to decide whether or not they're going to make purchases. Okay, well, duh, Amazon. That's one I should have mentioned, right? When you buy a product on Amazon, unless you're 100% confident it's exactly what you're looking for and exactly what you want right now, chances are you're going to look at the reviews. Okay, well, you're normal. That's what everybody does. People are the same way on Facebook. Okay, so you guys need to be really maximizing your reviews on your Facebook page. Now let's talk a little bit about how you can do that. Again, for those of you guys that just joined, I'm just going to refresh your memory on two things. The reason I keep looking down like this is because I'm a note taker, right? And I'm old and I'm forgetful. So I have to write everything down and then I refer to what I wrote down and then I deliver it to you, okay? The second thing I want to remind you guys all of is if you see my sparkles, it's because it's 40 billion degrees outside. It was 4 billion, I think, when I started this video. It's now 40 billion degrees outside. It is so stinking hot. So forgive my sparkles. It's just what it is. Okay, so back to getting these reviews. How do you get reviews on Facebook? Well, my number one tip for you is to ask for them. Okay, again, it's not rocket science. You just got to ask. So I have this habit of whenever I work with somebody, around the halfway point of our relationship, because a lot of the time when I'm working with someone, it's on a long-term basis. It's not necessarily just one product sale. You know, when I know they're happy, when they're telling me they're getting results, when they tell me they're, you know, loving our working relationship and all that good stuff, that's usually about the time that I'll say, you know, I'm so grateful for what you've shared with me today. It means so much to me that you've said such nice words or you've emailed me such a nice message. Would you be willing to take this same message and just post it as a review online for me? I have yet to have anybody say no. Everybody says yes, right? And if you make it super easy for them, they'll do it even sooner. Hi, Rebecca. I'm glad you're here. So with your, when you ask people, one of the things that's super important for you to do is to make it really easy for them, right? I want you guys to tell people when they are writing reviews for you that you just want them to be short and sweet. Say, please don't feel like you need to write me like a page-long essay. Like literally 1 or 2 sentences is all I ask for. And they'll be like, oh, that's easy peasy, okay? The next tip I have for you is to tell them exactly where you want it posted and to email them the link, right? So they can easily get in there. Hi, Celeste, good to see you, and I'd love to help you with your shop. So we'll talk about that after the video. So, okay, so you're asking people to write these reviews. Now, I have reviews. If you look at my LinkedIn page, you'll see I have a bunch of recommendations there. I don't even know how many. I stopped counting. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that people will write recommendations when they're happy with your service. they'll do it for you too. You just have to ask. So, and here's a side note. Sending a LinkedIn recommendation request through their system is very rarely sufficient, okay? A lot of times people just don't see it. If they're not actively seeking a job or using LinkedIn for marketing purposes, they're probably on LinkedIn, 2 or 3 times a year when they think about it. So anyhow, you are going to need to find other ways to communicate this information. My preferred method is usually email, but sometimes I'll text it to people. If they're texting people, if that's their mode of communication, I communicate with them in the way that they like to be communicated with, right? And that's just kind of like a general across the board tip that you need to know. Okay, so you ask people. Here is another thing that you can do. Those of you guys that have a physical location that people come into, or let's say you're in the direct selling business and you're doing a public event, okay, what you can do is you can encourage people to check in, right? So a big no-no on Facebook is to bribe people to do reviews. That's a no-no kind of everywhere, right? You don't do that. Oh, my sparkles, I'm telling you guys, this mid-40-year-old woman thing on a hot day is not doing it for me. Bear with me. Okay, so you cannot bribe people. You cannot bribe people to write reviews. First of all, it'll make you look just like a schmuck, and B, it'll get you in trouble when the Facebook review gods or the Yelp gods find out. Okay, so what you do instead on Facebook is you encourage people to check in. Now, again, I'll talk about what to do if you don't have a physical location, but if you do, you encourage people to check in a few different ways. First of all, you want to put a sign up. Hi, Pam Farrell. Welcome to the live. Glad you're here. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to put a sign up, like at your cash register, at your highest traffic areas. You want to have a sign up that says, check in and get XYZ. Do whatever you want. I don't care what your promo is. You can give them a little discount. You can give them an upgrade. You can do whatever you'd like to do. I've heard some people actually, like maybe if you have a hair salon or a nail salon or something like that, where people are typically sitting around. Maybe you have a doctor's office, right? I do have a couple of clients that are physicians. So if any of you guys happen to catch this will be a good one for you, right? You can give away your Wi-Fi password in exchange for someone checking in on Facebook. Now, of course, as a physician, now that I think of it, I don't know if that works with HIPAA law, but you guys get the idea of what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the nail salon or the hair salon example, okay? So you get them to check in. Now, what do check-ins have to do with reviews? You might be wondering. Well, let me explain. When someone checks in to your business, a couple of days later, sometimes 1 day later, sometimes 2 days later, Facebook will typically prompt them to write a review for you. Did you know that? How cool is that? It's cool. It is cool. Okay, so Facebook will prompt them to write a review for you. And if they had a great experience, why wouldn't they? Right? It takes 2 seconds for them to mark 5 stars and write a sentence, right? So you want to encourage getting these Facebook reviews in your physical location by, again, saying, hey, check in here. We'll give you a Wi-Fi password as soon as you check in. Or, hey, check in to our cafe, and instead of getting a small drink, we'll upgrade you to a medium drink, or whatever it might be. Now, if you don't have a physical location, right, or perhaps, I work with a lot of people in the mental health arena, right? And if I'm going to see a therapist, I probably don't want to check in and tell the entire world about it, right? Well, I might, just because that's just me, but I don't think most of the world would, right? So if you do not have a physical location, what can you do to get people to check in? Any ideas? Anyone want to guess? Feel free to put something in the comments. Oh my gosh, Pam Farrow, you have a cool breeze. You have a cool ocean breeze because you live on the water. I mean, that's so wrong. Please send the ocean breeze to me, or better yet, Pam Farrow, I have a great idea. Why don't you invite me up to spend some time with you? All right. So, oh boy. Okay. I'm sorry, Rebecca. You can see you can see my notifications. Well, that's no good. Sorry about that. I'll get the hang of this later. All right, so let's get back to the topic, since none of you guys are sharing your thoughts on how to get reviews if you don't have a physical location and you can do the check-ins. Well, there are other ways for you to do it. You can just straight up ask people to do it. You can also do something like when a big group of people are together, right? This happened with a group that I'm in not too long ago. There was a big group of business people. We were all together. Maybe you're in a networking group. That would be a good example of this, right? You go to your networking group and you all take a couple of minutes at some point in the meeting to review each other, right? Now, of course, you don't want people reviewing you if they've never worked with you, because then they're just, I don't know, that's just weird. I don't care for that, right? I want to be authentic and full of integrity in business, right? But chances are, if you've been in a networking group for any amount of time, there are people in this group that are accustomed to what you do. Over time, they've seen the quality of your work. They've referred their friends to you, and their friends have said, thank you for the referral. It was one of the best people I've ever met. They helped me with blah, 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 blah. Or they've worked with you directly, right? So when you go to this networking group, especially those of you guys that lead networking groups, you should be saying, you know what? We're going to take a 5-minute break right now. Everybody grab your phone out. Right? We are going to review each other's pages. And then maybe you project something up on your slides, on your PowerPoint slides, that will say something along the lines of, you could have links to every member's group on the slide, right? So that could be a benefit for being a member of your networking group, instead of it just being a free-for-all and then the people that aren't in the group get to play too. It could be a bonus just for members, right? So, hey, everybody, we're going to take a minute to review each other's services. So we're going to take a 5-minute break. We're going to do this. Look up here on our big screen. I can't think of what that's called. Projector screen. Look up here. These are everybody's pages that are members. Go there. We want you to click on 5 stars if you've had a great experience with them, and then we want you to write 1 sentence about why you love them, okay? And let's see, let me check comments here real quick. Rebecca said, if you have a group, I need to ask C1 Network attendees. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I missed something. I think you're in a conversation with someone else, so I'm gonna move on. Okay, but I'm glad you think that's brilliant, Rebecca. It totally works. And okay, those of you guys that are in San Diego, let me just do a quick push for my friend Rebecca. She runs a group called CWEN, which is short for Christian Women Entrepreneurs Network. It is a stellar networking group. If you are a Christian woman entrepreneur, you need to go. So she's listening to this live. You can, I think you can connect with her that way. Her name is Rebecca Garcia. So look for her in the comments. And Rebecca, if you want to go ahead right now in the comments and post a link to your page or your group or whatever you want, go for it, okay? So there you go. That is another way to get noticed. And when you start building that social proof with those reviews, more people will see you're legit, you're trustworthy, you're all good, and that's what makes them want to do business with you, right? I mean, we've heard it a billion trillion times. People do business with people they like, know, and trust, okay? This is how you get the trust aspect. Okay, I have one more tip for you guys. I know your time is valuable. I don't want to keep you on live all day because I know you have a lot of other things to do. But one more way for you to make money on Facebook today is for you to make a no-brainer offer. No-brainer meaning it is such high value for such a low cost that people would just be silly not to buy it. right? Just silly, right? Now, in the marketing world, we call this a tripwire. Maybe you've heard of it. We're going to make this tripwire applicable on Facebook, because here's what we're going to do. If you've been building your community or your page on Facebook for a while, you know, at some point it is okay to ask for the sale. At some point you need to ask for the sale. Now, if you're one of those people that's only on Facebook pushing your sales stuff, stop it. That is a no, 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 capital N-O. Please don't do that. Direct sellers, if you're in that business, like my husband, my Italian husband, he always goes like this, Maronna, right? Stop doing that. I beg you, stop doing that, okay? Because nobody gets on Facebook to just look at incessant Facebook pitches, right? You might get a few sales at first, but they're going to drop off. It is not a strategy, a sustainable strategy, okay? So this is for those of you guys that are not constantly pitching people, right? General rule of thumb, some people say it's 80-20. I actually say it's 90-10. 90% of the time providing value, 10% of the time doing pitches, okay? So your no-brainer offer, what could it be? What could it be? Well, let's see here. Let's think. All right, we've got Pam Farrell on the group, okay? And, or Pam Farrell, you're listening to the live right now. I know you just released a new book. Now, by no means at all am I claiming that Pam is making this offer right now, because she has no idea of what I'm about to say. So Pam, don't like get all freaky right now, okay? It's an idea for you to consider, right? Pam just released a brand new book. In case you don't know Pam Farrell, she's written like 50 gazillion books. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing author that just really, really gets to the heart level of family and marriage issues. Okay, so there's my plug for Pam. What Pam could do, I'm not saying Pam is doing this, I just want to make this clear, because I am not in charge of Pam's marketing. I wish I was, but I'm not. So what she could do is offer her book as a tripwire for $1, for a day or two, for $1, just because it's brand new and she wants it to spread like wildfire. Now, Pam may not need to do that. In fact, I'm sure she doesn't, because she is so established in this industry. But for those of you guys that are first-time authors, for those of you guys that are self-published authors, offering your book for $1 is a great tripwire, and you can put that on Facebook right now. And you don't have to keep it at $1 forever by any means. You keep it at $1 for, you know, a couple days, right? Where you just say, hey, you know what? I want you to see my book. I want you to see what's happening, because I have a lot of value to offer you, okay? Yeah, I mean, you don't make it about you, right? The cardinal rule of marketing, it's not about you, it's about them. So, hey, Facebook community, you will benefit from this, because you will learn X, Y, and Z. And you're going to love it because of A, B, and C. Get it today, now only, for $1. This promotion is good for the next 48 hours, right? And then you put the actual end time on there. Okay, so here's why this works. Because, yes, you're giving your books away pretty much, right? But once somebody makes a teeny tiny purchase with you, whether it's $1 or $7 or something like that, the likelihood of them spending more money with you as time goes on skyrockets. Okay? So your goal, when you're trying to convert somebody from not being a customer at all to being a first-time customer, is to throw that tripwire out. Make it a no-brainer offer. $1, $5, $7, $10, probably no more than 10. Okay? I mean, this is no-brainer. Now, here's the other thing. It's got to be really high value, right? Nobody wants to buy something lame for a low price. So it's got to be worth way more than what you're charging. So for example, I have a tripwire right now. I actually have not posted it on Facebook yet. I will be soon, so you guys can watch for it. Actually, I'm kind of kicking myself. I probably should have done it before I got on this Facebook Live right now. But I'll tell you what my tripwire is that I am this close to releasing. I have something called SizzleForce Marketing Club, and it's a members-only community. And there are, right now, 16 marketing training videos in it. 16, right? I cannot tell you how much time it takes to develop this kind of product, right? This kind of membership community, right? But these 16 individual trainings, if I were to sell them one at a time, I'd probably sell them for about $47 each, right? But what I am doing right now is I am offering a tripwire where you can get access for 30 days for $7. Okay? Is this worth more than $7? Absolutely, it is worth more than $7. But the reason I'm doing that is because I want to convert those people that maybe have been watching me but not actually moving toward doing business with me. I want to get them in the buying habit. So I'm going to make it no-brainer, right? I mean, this course is worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars, right? But I'm going to make it a no-brainer offer. So high value, super low cost. You guys can do that right now, and you guys should be doing that right now. The point, get them in your funnel, because once they're in your funnel and once they buy once, the chances of them then buying your $50 product, your $90 product, your $200 product, your $1,000, $5,000, whatever product or service, it just grows exponentially. All right. So I love that you have a little brainstorm happening, Pam. This is amazing. So you guys, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've learned a lot. This is my first Facebook Live in a long time. I did these a long time ago, and then I just kind of backed off, quite frankly, for no good reason whatsoever. I just did. And I want to start doing more of these. So if you like that idea, could you give me a little love, right? Could you give me a little heart? Because that would tell me you guys value this stuff and that I should do more of it, and that you're learning stuff. So I hope that's helpful, guys. Now the lawnmowers are here. This is great. Why is it? Why is this happening? But hey, it's at the end of the video. So I'm going to let my neighbors mow their lawn, and I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. Go make some money on Facebook today. Bye. I don't know how to turn this off. Let's see if I can figure it out. I don't remember. Is it off? Oh no, I have to hit finish. Okay, I think this will work. All right, bye.